Okay, GeForce now. I wouldn't say it's a Stadia killer because it was better than Stadia even before it came out of beta. But now that it's out of beta and you can play it for free or you can buy it, it's actually quite cheap. Promotional for $5 I think right now a month. And it should be probably, I would guess 10, maybe 15, who knows. But you can play all your Steam games, you can use whatever peripherals you want, controller, mouse and keyboard. You can play at any resolution that you want, you can play at any frame rate that you want. Well, at least I couldn't go any higher than 60 and any lower than 30. I would imagine that if you get into the premium, eventually they'll start adding higher frame rate modes. I know that you can go above 1080p, or at least I would assume you can go above 1080p. I couldn't myself, stably. My internet's not good enough. This gameplay is at 720p, 30 FPS. And yeah, it was a pretty fun experience, I would say. This is mouse and keyboard at the moment. Those first few clips, I'm really terrible at mouse and keyboard, so that's all you're gonna get of it. But the motion response, or like the input lag, was pretty good. I didn't notice anything at all, because there was a couple of hiccups when my internet gets a bit spotty. That's super normal. You can see the connection thing pop up on the right side whenever you see frame dips and stuff like that. It's definitely the footage. It's not anything to do with NVIDIA servers and whatnot. That's all my internet for sure, because I've used this in a bunch of different connections, even in course of beta. 100% internet based. We're going on to the controller now, and before I get into really deep details for a few minutes, you're going to hear me slam my analog stick against my controller, and you're going to see it in sync with the movement at normal speed and then in slow-mo to see just how much delay there is on average. There really is basically none. It's actually incredible. Okay, back into the action. So I didn't feel like I was at a disadvantage or anything, but there is some lag spikes. There's a pretty big one coming up in a little bit. And other than that, it's just playing the game. It's Call of Duty. It doesn't really get any more fast-paced than that. I didn't seem to have any issues with it. I was enjoying it a lot of the time. Like I said, there was a couple moments here and there, a bit of a spike in latency, or the screen might get all pixelated for a second if too many things are happening, because the stream quality is just trying to like keep up and not like skip too much and things like that. But it was really fun. You'll hear the audio kind of lose sync a little bit. That happened to me more than visual losing sync, which is completely fine, but that's kind of where you'll notice slight dips and things in the stream. For something that's free, it's really incredible. I really enjoy using it on like my phone and stuff. It's really good. I can't capture that, unfortunately. I don't have a method to do so, because I could use like a mobile emulator on my computer, but that's essentially just playing off my PC anyway, and it is what it is. So wireless and wired, I haven't really noticed any differences. Whatever speed you have available to you is what you're going to get. There's a convenient little internet stability thing on the right at the top where the radar is at the moment, ABC, blah blah blah. You're going to get a little pop-up saying how much time you have left in your session. If you're playing for free, you'll have 1 hour. If you're on the premium, I believe you have 4 or 6 hours. But once again, you can just requeue. It's not a big deal. The wait times for free, I didn't wait more than like literally 2 or 3 minutes to get into a game. I kind of just hit play on COD, and I just did something else for a second, and I was in, and it was done. And super awesome. Just a follow-up to that, for the games, you do have access to any of the games that you would own already on Steam or Battle.net, because I got this through Battle.net, not through Steam. And any games that you buy, you get to keep. Obviously, you log into your own account when you use this, and it logs you out when you're done. And moving on from that, it's really great compared to Stadia because you get to keep your stuff, you don't have to rebuy anything, you log into whatever you want, but not all games are compatible with it. All games used to be compatible with it when it was in beta. You just choose whatever you wanted off Steam and install it. Life was great. They did remove that probably because a lot more people use it now. I wouldn't be shocked to see it come back. It would probably happen eventually once they get things sorted out based on how many users they're getting and new things and things like that. So things are looking great for it. It's really smooth. Because I had a lower connection, I just lowered it to 720/30. I could get away with 720/60, even 1080 or higher, but my internet speed isn't quite consistent enough, and I'd rather a consistent gameplay. And thankfully, in the options for GeForce now, it's customizable. You can choose your server, test your connection, pick what resolution and frame rate you want, and then you're good to go. Even on the free version, I'm rocking a bunch of FPS, like 200 or so, with a really good card. No RTX because you have to pay premium for that, but still super high-end hardware. The CPU time and GPU frame time is like 5 milliseconds to 0 milliseconds, which is amazing. And the server latency in-game, my actual in-game connection was like 10 to 15 milliseconds. So, and my monitor here is 4 milliseconds, so that's like 30 milliseconds or so. It's about as normal as it would get playing on like just a regular old like small monitor TV that isn't like optimized for gaming, and I really enjoyed it. It was a really great experience, and I think Google's gonna have a big problem keeping up with this. Anyway, those are my thoughts on it. It used to be great, it still is great. It blows Google's system completely out of the water, and I'm really excited to use it some more, especially since it's free. Anyways, see you guys, hope you enjoyed.